Boom, we are live. What's good, Facebook Live? We are back, and we are still interviewing mothers from the Mothers and Sons Summit. What time is it now? What is it, 3?
On 3, it was 3:10.
3:10. We have been here since about 9:30 this morning, and we've been going strong. We've had some amazing sessions, and I want to introduce, say it for me.
My name is Tyrese Cole.
Tyrese Cole.
Tyrese Suzy Q Cole.
Tyrese Suzy Q. That's why I was so confused, because
Yeah,
somebody was telling me
they call
Suzy.
me Suzy, then they say Tyrese, but
That's why okay.
That's why I had to give you the whole thing, because, but I like Suzy Q for real.
Suzy Q. Well, that's what we're going to stick to.
We're going to stick
We're going to hashtag Suzy Q today.
Hashtag
So you have an incredible story.
Thank you.
Can you tell, are you comfortable talking about that?
I'm very comfortable. I didn't even cry today.
Okay. Now, they try to make me cry.
They tried. It was something in your eyes. It wasn't really you cried. You had a little dust in your eyes.
Right, that's all. I blinked real fast and it went away.
Out.
It was good. It was good. So tell us your story. You were telling me about your son.
All right, so my son, Mike, amazing, loving. I love my child so much. His name is Darius. Mm-hmm. He's 25 years old. Grew up with a very supportive mom and dad. The whole village. Mm-hmm. Like, we were the whole village. Mm-hmm. And Darius decided once he was 18 that he was going to do D1. Raised with all the right values and everything, Darius wanted to go in the street. So Darius, did everything he was big and bad enough to do until he caught him a 5-year sentence with the feds. So,
despite everything you did?
Despite everything. He played basketball, he played football, he was a statistician. His dad is...
A statistician?
Yeah, he knew all the stats on every athlete you know.
Wow.
The amazing part of the story that I didn't tell is that his dad is Carmelo Anthony's business manager.
Really?
So my son was raised up with Melo like being his big brother.
Wow.
So he really had all the tools to be great at anything he wanted to do.
Wow.
Whether he wanted to be behind the scenes, on the scene, or whatever. He had all the tools. Graduated from Baltimore City College High School in 2010. But, once he was grown and he thought he could do things, he did it. And he went to the street and he caught himself a 5-year sentence with the feds for a gun charge. Now, in this day and time, it's like you either going to get caught with a gun or get caught without a gun. And I guess for him, he thought it was safer to get caught with a gun.
Wow. And in that mindset to where he was. Do you think he's changed his mindset any?
Yes, I think he has. Because while he's been in there, he's like, this is not my life. Okay. He's looking at all the sports and everything that's on TV while he's in there, and he see some of his friends playing professional sports. Wow. He see his friends coaching. He see all the great things that they're doing, and he like,
I could have been there.
I was there.
Oh, I was there. Not could have been there.
I was there. Yeah, I was on that path. I was doing all those things. I ran alongside those guys. I trained alongside those guys. I touched the same people that they touched. He met some of the greats. He met Phil Jackson, Kobe Bryant. Carmelo is like his brother.
I mean,
LeBron
he's
James
in these circles.
is like his man. Chris Paul is like another big brother. So he knows these big guys. Like, they know him by name and face. They see him, what's up? It's love.
Right.
So he really has had the best of everything. And he still chose to go out and do the things he did. But I think one of the very defining moments in his life was his last year of high school was most of his friends' first year of college. So when all your friends are gone off to college and you're left in Baltimore City, what you left with?
So he was seduced by the other side.
Yes, he was.
And they were like, just come on with us, because he lost his village.
He lost his village of friends.
Wow. So it's funny because I remember growing up and my pops always told me, careful of your circle. Very careful of your circle, and watch who you hang around, because if you don't know them like that, you don't know what your buddies are doing, you get caught up in something else. So do you think that was something that he thought about? Do you think that it was just that my regular boys are gone, so I'm just going to try something new?
The friends that he ended up getting caught up with was people that he knew from around the way, but they were not the ones that were doing the same things that he was doing. The ones that were doing the same things that he was doing were already gone off to college. So now he's left with the other side. And I've always told him, like, you really choose your friends carefully. He would come home from school at elementary, be like, Darius, why didn't you come straight from school? I was at my friend's house. Who's your friend? What's his name? Who are his parents?
Who's his parents?
How do we know they're not pedophiles? How do we know they're not drug dealers? How do we know they're not doing all these things? You don't know who house she was in.
Right.
You can't come home to me and say I was at my friend's house. I know all your friends. What's your friend's name?
Right.
Mine,
What's their phone number?
His name John. What's John's last name? I don't know. That's not your friend. Because if that was your friend, you would have known his first, his last name, his mama name, his daddy name. I would have known the mama and the daddy, the address and everything. You didn't even know the address. Like you was just at your friend's house, who lived around the corner from the school. Not the address. Just my
you don't even know where you are.
My friend, he lived around the corner from school. Like, no, that's
and this
not
is early
your
on.
friend. This is elementary. Like,
Elementary.
So the last year of elementary, he moved with his dad. And this is why, I mean, we changed up the dynamics when we saw things kind of like going left a little bit, you know, choosing wrong friends, and he moved with his dad. So then he was going to Howard County School.
Okay.
In a better school district, better education, you know, and still, you know, you was never even really home in the city. You was living with your dad in the county, you were, and on the weekends, even though you came home with me on the weekends, you had 3 basketball games on Saturday. On Sunday, we was eating dinner and getting ready for the school week for me to take you back home.
Right.
So you didn't really have a whole lot of time to get to know all
anyone around there.
But then when he went to high school, that's when he went to Baltimore City College High School, and you know, he was the man.
Wow.
You know, he was Mr. True Religion. He had that Honda Coupe the first year it came out at 16.
At 16.
Yeah, you know, so now I don't have to take him to practice. I don't have to pick him up from practice. I don't have to go to his games to make sure he got a ride home. So I'm calling him now and I'm like, Darius, where are you? I'm in my car. Darius, where the car? Because now I have to ask where the car is. I'm asking you where you are. You in the car.
In the car.
Mom in the car. What's up?
So too much.
Yeah, like, you know, holding back on information and things like that.
You think he gave him too much too early?
I didn't. His dad did. Because when his dad gave him the car, I told his dad you didn't have to buy him a new car. You could have given him, you didn't have to have the 2008 Honda. He could have got your 2005 that was just sitting. Let him earn up to.
Right.
Because 2005, I mean, everybody didn't have a newer model car as their first car.
No. I had a hoopty.
Yeah, he had the
That
brand
thing was
new.
like a yellow, it was a Caprice Classic, and it was a tank.
Yeah.
Because my pops knew, all right, if you tear this up, don't worry about it.
Yeah. So he traveled early on. He's been traveling since he was 8 with AAU. Not even his first plane ride wasn't even with his parents. It was with the team.
Wow.
It was with the coaches.
Wow. So like you said, he was on the path.
He was exposed to all the great things real early on in life. He lived an amazing life.
So where is he now? What state of mind is he in now?
He's in this drug program where most people get time off their sentence if they go through the drug program. He didn't know that when he went there, he wasn't going to get any time off because he had a gun charge. So you can go through the drug program, you know, just for GP and not get any time off to learn something from it. Or you can go through the program just because you're like, hey, this is going to take some time off my sentence.
Right.
But, you know, once he got there and he found out that it wasn't going to take any time off his sentence, he still stayed for the program. He's still learning from the program.
Okay.
And like I said, the biggest thing that I saw that he's learning from the program is listening. When I go visit him, he's listening, like he's engaged. Eye contact, everything. It's not like
that wasn't there before.
Yada yada yada, mind in one ear, out the other. No, he's listening.
That is a skill.
That's the best skill to have. The best communication skill is listening.
So when you look at him now, what do you feel? What do you see?
I see my son, the son I raised.
Okay.
The son that I know where he's going now.
All right.
And he has a son now, so his motivation is his son.
Good.
I gotta be there for DJ. DJ just started school. Oh man, I can't wait to get home, and he's learning things, and you know he's missing all that.
Yes.
You know, but he's seeing that when we go visit, he'll see the progress in DJ. The DJ is speaking more and doing more. He's excited about that. So
that's a motivating factor.
Definitely. So when I'm talking to him and he's getting discouraged on the phone, he'll say like, yeah, these guys in here, they be tripping about the TV. I say, Gary, some of those guys not even had a flat screen. Let them trip about that TV. That's the only TV they had.
Ever.
I said, how many TVs you had before you went in? 2. What size was it? 55-inch flat screens.
55? In his room?
55-inch. In his apartment. Because he hasn't lived home since he was 19.
Oh, really?
And he had his own apartment, his own car. His troubles were his troubles. But I told him the very first time he got locked up, is I don't do collect calls from my child because I didn't raise a child to make collect calls. So what? So he knew from then that I wasn't with the dummies.
I heard that.
So I said, any trouble you get in, I'm going to tell you from now on. You better have lawyer money. You better have bail money. You better have, if I'm locked up and doing some time, commissary money. Because I don't have none of it. I'm not taking collect calls. I'm not paying to talk to you when I can talk to you for free.
There you go.
So I was just laying it down. His father was more, I'm done with you, kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
His father come back around yet?
Yeah, they building their relationship back home.
That's what I love to hear.
They building their relationship. Because he grew up with his father being his best friend. That was his best friend. Like as long as he's known, he's gone to the City Poly football games. Moving on, fast forward to playing in the City Poly football game. You know,
so he grew up in that environment.
Yeah, so he knows all of that. He knows it. It's been embedded in him. He had all this information, but it's a perfect example of people always saying the system, the system, the system. The system didn't fail my son. My son failed my son.
Oh man.
Hey, you gotta own your stuff.
You gotta own that, huh?
You gotta own your stuff.
And he's there now, huh?
He's there. I mean, and the church that I go to, my pastor, when I heard her own her stuff, it almost took me to my knees. Her son, she had 2 sons, and she's with her son's father. They were in a car. Somebody shot the car. Her oldest son was killed, along with the son's father. So when we went to church, I think it was Thanksgiving this year, we went to church. And when she owned it in that moment, she said, I played the part, man. I chose that man as my children's father. I knew what life he lived. To hear your pastor own something so horrific that took your child away from here the way it did, that was amazing. And that's what my son represents, because he loves his pastor, he loves our church. And when my son went before the judge, before he got his 5 years, he spoke up as a man, and he owned his stuff, and he told him, I was raised right. I had 2 hard-working parents, 2 grandmothers who were also there, a godmother. He had the village.
Wow.
He had the village, and he owned that. He said, but I chose to make them decisions. This is my world, all by myself. So when you see your son taking that ownership over his mistakes, how can you not support him in what he's going through?
No. Not at all. You have no choice but that ever.
They've already sentenced him. They've already made decisions over his life. And I'm going to tell you, I could take that visit to that jail a million times before I could take that one visit to that prison. I mean, to that grave site.
That grave site.
That grave site, yes.
Yeah. At least you know he's alive, he's well.
And
he's coming out, coming home soon.
His voice. We email. You know, he has access to things in the federal prison to communicate that you don't get in a state prison. Like emailing is, like for me, that's big, because I'm going to check my email every day.
It's come right to your phone.
Yeah, it's come right to my phone.
right.
We email him every day. Every morning he send me hey, good morning, beautiful. Have a blessed day. Sending me scripture.
Exactly. That's it.
Every day.
That's it.
Like setting me on my way. Letting me know that, you know, the job that I do with the young girls at the juvenile detention center, like, Mom, you are everything. I know that you feeding them so much positivity that they already know they taken care of.
So tell me a little bit about that. You work for the Department of Juvenile Services.
Department of Juvenile Services at Wax's Juvenile Detention Center for Girls.
Okay.
So girls are the population that nobody wants to work with.
Why is that?
They say girls are more difficult than the boys. You'll hear people when you go, all right, so when I first started, we go to this training called ELT. So what facility you going to be at?
So what is ELT?
Waxes. ELT is entry-level training.
Okay, gotcha.
So they say, what facility you going to? You say Waxes.
Man, what mess with the
This
girls?
the trainer, the person who training you. That's what y'all, okay.
You're on your own.
Good luck with that.
Are the girls that bad?
They are. And I work that much harder.
Wow.
Like I've had girls who with serious drug addiction, prostitution, who try to push me away. Miss Cole, you want to keep trying to see good in me. I'm not good. I'm bad. Oh, I'm bad too.
Wow.
So I'm going to meet you right where you at.
That's
and we're going to
self-awareness.
figure this thing out.
That-
So for me, that challenge every day, like no 2 days are alike. You go in there one day, they love you to pieces from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. The next day, you every beat in the book. They spitting on people, they trying to fight you, they assaulting staff daily, staff going out hurt. In my history of being there, I haven't been assaulted but one time.
That's a blessing.
But it was a kid who was coming straight from the outside. I hadn't been there but a couple of days. You know, when they out there, they drugging, they doing stuff, and You know, when she came to and realized she assaulted me, she's like, no, I know I ain't do that. And that was cold. That was cold. But I said, what, nothing bruised with my ego. I'm fine. I said, you ain't break nothing that couldn't be fixed.
I heard that.
So, you know, it's a population of people who do not want to work with. We work with everything from young girls who have been human trafficked, murderers, attempted murder. One girl burned the house down to the ground. They trouble.
They really are.
They
Well,
trouble, but a lot of them
work.
been hurt, and they hurt, and they hurting people in return. So, you know, I just continue to work with them and feel blessed to be able to work with them.
Well, again, I thank you for working with them. I mean, because that's serious. Because especially if you saying, or you're telling me nobody wants to work with, it's just too tough.
No, nobody likes the girls.
Wow.
But the girls need us.
Suzy Q, you keep doing what you're doing, okay? and we're praying for the folks you work with and your son. Hopefully he'll be out very soon.
2020.
2020? All right, we're in the home stretch, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Again, thank you for your story.
Thank you.
And Facebook Live, thank you for tuning in. We got a couple more interviews at the Mothers and Sons Summit. Amazing, amazing stories that we're hearing today. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back.
You said you was going to chime in. You ain't